on me cause I'm popping. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's robbing.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are you ready for not one Gnut, not two Gnuts, not three, but four Gnuts, all on one team against Raid Shadow Legends bosses? Who will prevail? Well, let's take things easy and start at level 1. All right, guys, above my head, you can see my army of Gnuts. No big deal. These are my 4 Gnuts. I actually just built my 4th one, so I'm excited to see what these little fellas can do. Listen, guys, for my money, Gnut is still one of the best damage dealers, if not the best damage dealer. I guess maybe numero dos next to the horse, Marius, you know? But still the second best damage dealer in PvE inside the game, specifically against bosses. With this Blessed Bash ability, not only is it an enemy max HP, it has 2 sources of damage. You get some defense modifier in there as well, but you have the built-in freaking cruelty blessing. Each hit decreases the target's defense by 3%. That's absolutely nuts. And he's also healing himself an absurd amount of healage, I should say. He has when counterattacking, deals 100% damage instead of the usual 75. Counterattacks usually have a 25% inert damage penalty. He has the AoE with decreased attack, with weaken on a 3-turn cooldown. He's got the counterattack on himself for 2 turns, where he can go in for one of the best control A1s in the game. It brings freeze, or it brings decreased turn meter on each hit. That makes him perfect for Fire Knight normal, Fire Knight hard, and anywhere you want to turn meter reduce a boss. So we have 4 Gnuts here, ladies and gentlemen. They're all going to be fairly built the same here. We're going to have lethal and perception on one Gnut. On another Gnut, we have stone skin and lethal. On our 3rd Gnut, we have pinpoint and speed? What the hell was I thinking here? And then on our 4th Gnut, we have relentless and perception and pinpoint. Keep in mind, enemy max HP, it caps anyway at 10% of most bosses' HP, so we don't necessarily need the ignore defense for the Blessed Bash itself in most situations. Anyway, let's go ahead and run into battle here. We're gonna be, I need to redo this Gnut's Masteries. What was I doing here, man? I think I was probably having trouble with the freeze landing against Fire Knight hard back in the day. I am gonna go in there and make the Masteries the same on all of my Gnuts. We'll probably copy this, or we'll go with Giant Slayer. So let me go ahead and put some finishing touches here on my Gnut builds. But, you know, more or less, the speeds are gonna be around 250, around 6,000 on the defense. Let's see what these guys can do, and let's start with level 1.
Everything that we do exclusive, make sure that it's
all right, guys, we're here at Minnow. Level 1, easy mode. If these Gnuts can't take down Minnow, well, we should probably just end the freaking video right here, because Shield Guard, an uncommon champion, can take down Minnow. Growhawk the Bloodied, an uncommon champion, can take down Minnow. So if 4 Gnuts can't do it, golly. Unfortunately, they're using their Blessed Bash. Shame on you. I will use team setup, and against some of these more difficult bosses, I think maybe we'll take it off of auto. But man, look at that Blessed Bash go. I mean, it's just the minnow, but golly, there's something very beautiful about that. You can see that this Gnut over here, the one that I just maxed, haven't done the mastery, so we have 1 Gnut mastery lists. Hey, level 1 complete. Level 2 is against Mortu Macabre on Nightmare Campaign. 4 Gnuts versus Nightmare Campaign. I didn't super raid, but I guess there's nothing to super raid anyway, hey, other than wasting our energy here. So we're gonna blow by these level 200 or 258 mobs here. Man, Nightmare is still pretty fearsome, I guess. Kinda, sorta. I don't know. It's not that hard. All right, guys, here we go against Mortu Macabre himself. So we all know the rule with Mortu Macabre, of course, right? His fiery rage, his peril, it only triggers when you're going against him. If it's him on the team, it never triggers. But we managed to avoid it there. Is it Fiery Rage? Is that the name of the passive? No, it's not. It's Peril. Yeah, it is Fiery Rage, damn it. Yeah, I had it right. Be confident, Ash. Listen. I mean, this is just level 2, boys and girls, right? This is easy mode. We're about to ramp things up with level 3. Mortu Macabre down! That's Nightmare Stage 7, the final stage when you really think that you beat Raid Shadow Legends for the very first time, and then you're like, oh yeah, there's 5,000 more bosses in this game, huh?
Brazilian. I'm crazy beyond young.
All right, guys, level 3 is Spider. Now, we have 5 slots. I'm going to throw in Kymar just to reset our abilities, but I might have to throw in, I wish I had 5 Gnuts. I really wanted to make a video, 5 Gnuts, but golly, it could be 10 years before I pull another Gnut. So we're going to rock 4 Gnuts and a reset. How about that? So here it goes. This is level 3 right now. Now, a Spider Hard 10 is not really level 3. But golly, if 4 Gnuts with Blessed Bash can't take out 5, we didn't even need Kymar. We didn't even need Kymar. There it is. Well, his A1 or his A2 for 119k damage, you know. Maybe that was what put us over the top with that final damage there. But man, Spider Hard 10 times 17 seconds, screw it. We're taking Kymar out and we're going to do it again. Hey, I wanted to report back to you guys. In case you missed the other video where I said this, I think it was a promo code video or something. I asked you guys for comic book recommendations, and I'm not an asshole. I don't just ask, oh, now they're not doing the Blessed Bash, damn it. I don't just ask for advice and not follow through. So I tried a bunch of the comic books you guys recommended, and it was actually one of the more obscure titles that I wasn't really super familiar with that I ended up loving, and it's Alan Moore's Swamp Thing. It starts at issue 20 of Swamp Thing. Man, I love it. I've fallen in love with a comic book. I never thought I could do it, but I'm doing it. I'm like 10 deep or so. I'm like 31 right now. And I really like it. I'm not too ashamed to admit, too, that I end up using like ChatGPT to just make sure I didn't miss anything. Maybe I'm too reliant now, you might argue. But they say, hey, okay, I'm going into book number 26. Where should my mind be? No spoilers, you know? So I find it helpful since I'm not familiar with the lore of comics. Look at that. Kymar was important there. I don't know. It could have just been a weak hit that I missed or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to level 4. Alan Moore Swamp Thing. Check it out.
Pop across the populace eating pasta and lobster.
All right, guys. Level 4 is Dragon's Lair. Enter into the lair of the dragon. So here we go. I'm going to come back to you guys when we get to the dragon because, let's be real, wave content isn't that enthralling watching 4 Gnuts churn through these waves. They're not bad with that A2 ability, but it still does take a few seconds. So be right back. All right, guys, it only took us about 4.5 minutes, but we got to the dragon. Here it is. Hellraiser hard mode. That's Gnut number 1. Here comes Gnut number 2. This is, what is this, level 4? I think, right? All right, level 4 is easy once we actually get to the boss here, right? All right, let's go ahead and turn meter boost and put an end to this dragon. 4 Gnuts can't be stopped. And a Kymar. But 4 Gnuts! Level 4 clear. Guys, level 5 is Ice Golem, but golly, I just realized I have to face off against the newly-ish buffed Sir Nick. And have you guys messed around with Sir Nick after the buff? He's no joke. So that's always fun. You know what the thing that we don't think about when champions get buffed in this game? We don't think about all the stupid wave content that's gonna get harder and more difficult when we go against them in faction wars in areas like, well, this. We've already lost a Gnut. Dude, you know what, guys? I think this is gonna be a fail before we can even get to the Ice Golem. We can't beat Sir Nick. They overbuffed this dude. I'm just joking. I love the buff. But yeah, I think we're going to fail. All right, guys, I'm kind of scared because Sir Nick is about to go. Ooh, he hits hard now. He hits hard. But we're surviving just barely. But my 3 little Gnuts and my 1 Kymar, we're still alive and kicking here. And we've frozen the entire team at this point. Be right back. Dude, look at Gnuts go. You see all those AoEs? That was actually very aesthetically pleasing to watch. Let's see that again, Osama.
It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Misunderstood. Get up, had to beat those eyes. Got up and I beat those eyes. It's understood. It was always me versus me.
All right, guys. That was a fun little edit. Shout out, Osama. We're going to go in here to the Ice Golem. We hit him with the blessed...
It was always me versus me. It was never me versus
Stage 5 failed. Stage 5 failed. Not like we expected anything different, I'm not gonna lie, from the Ice Golem. Hey, doesn't mean we can't beat level 6, guys. Level 6 is gonna... Here's the shame about this. We're gonna do Phantom Shogun Grove at level 6. I don't think it's necessarily we're going in the perfect order here, but Phantom Shogun Grove is we could absolutely decimate this boss, no questions asked. We have one problem. and it's called Awakenings. I've got one level 2 state, whatever, 2-star awakened Gnut, and everybody else has nothing. You know what that's gonna mean? Turning off super raids because I'm not in a rush to throw away my energy on this one. We're gonna have back-to-back fails, ladies and gentlemen, I am afraid. Oh, man. All right, now get out of it. Okay, we can keep it on auto, who cares, right? Okay, we get that extra turn there. Look at the shade counter. Ooh, it starts out so promising, but now it's gonna be total ignore damage. See, I think we could totally beat him easily if we had the Awakenings. I don't know. This whole stupid Awakenings thing, I don't know how I feel about it. Honestly, I love everything about Awakenings, but attaching them to bosses like this, it's not my fave, I'm not gonna lie. This is coming from somebody who has a lot of Awakenings too, so I can complain about it, I think. Anyway, fail stage 6. Let's move on to stage 7, guys. Stage 7 is Iron Twins, level 15. Here we go. Iron Twins, level 15. I mean, let's see. This should be... I don't want to speak too soon, but this should be doable, right? All right. Blessed Bash, Blessed Bash. Here comes another... You got it, Blessed Bash. So much freaking damage, huh? Blessed Bash. Remember when Gnut came out? Oh, talk about a must fuse. Like, that was a freaking must fuse, you know? If you were playing at that time. I mean, I can't imagine how much or how many of your accounts this little dwarf has changed, especially when he came out if you were playing then. I mean, just insane what he can do. Stage 7 cleared easily. All right, stage 8 is Sand Devil 25, okay? Now, we have Kymar. We're keeping him on the team because he's going to be our sleep champion. Otherwise, I mean, one might argue we just go Muckstalker instead. We get the weak hit and the no. You know what I'm going to do? Screw it. I'm going Muckstalker. All right, let's go Mucky. Let's see what you can do. All right, so he's going to open up with, well, his 2-turn sleep. There it is. All right, so let's go in. Sand Devil. I forgot what stage we're on. Is this 8? Is this level 8? Now it is. Here we go. Okay, level 8, fail. Level 8, fail. We got a little bit of damage, but we needed a little bit more in terms of a way to deal with that death. Let me try one more combo. All right, guys, so I'm thinking to myself, what revivers in this game have sleep? Obviously, Siphi, but that's a single target revive. I need an AoE revive. And then Theodosia, the mythical, who I freaking want so bad, but I don't have her. And then I was thinking, I guess there's nobody else. But I forgot about my girl, the referrer friend, who is actually really easy to get, even if you're just starting a second account or whatever. Djamarsa. Djamarsa has a sleep on her A1, albeit only a 50-50 shot at landing. And then she also has an AoE revive. Let's try this out, and let's put her in a 2-piece stone skin. Or 2-turn stone skin, rather. So let's see if maybe this works. All right, so here we go. Man, talk about an interlude here. We're going to land that sleep. All right, no big deal. 50-50. It's my lucky day. Let's go in with the bashes. And then let's do bash number 2. And then super exciting bash number 3. We're going to go right into the Sand Devil. And then bash number 4. But look at this. Yeah, I mean, we're nowhere near enough time. We need her slower, but we need to land the freeze first anyway. Unless what if we went slow Djamarsa? What if we went, be right back. All right, the slow Djamarsa. I can't quit this. I'm just gonna go A1 here into the Sand Devil. We're gonna go A1 into the Sand Devil. And then we're gonna wait till the Sand Devil shoots his shot. We got plenty of protection here. We can use one bash right away. There it goes. Gonna go ahead and get our revive now. Now we have our sleep on the A1 to use to hopefully get us all the way through this rotation. I mean, Djamarsa might have been the secret weapon, guys. I don't know. Here we go. Hopefully we can take this hit. No big deal. I mean, of course we can, right? I'm actually starting to get a good feeling about this. All right, A1. Okay. No big deal. No big deal. We're cool. All right, let's land that sleep on the next A1 of Djamarsa while we wait for these cooldowns of Blessed Bash on our Gnuts. This Gnut right here is going to have it first, right? No, I stand corrected. I'm really on top of things here, guys. Don't worry. All right. So it's tempting to go with that A2. I'm not gonna lie. But I also really want to get that. I'm gonna do it. Bop it. Oh. Okay, it's good. We're still fine. We're still fine. But I really want that sleep, man. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Of course, with the Sand Devil, for those of you who are new or whatever, the sleep. He's immune to sleep, or she or he, right? He's immune to sleep for a whole turn after the you initially land that sleep. So we have to take one big shot there. Ooh, we are pushing it here, guys. Oh gosh. All right. I want to go A1, but I feel like no, I have to go A1, dude. I have to land that sleep, and we didn't land it. Oh man. But I'm right here, right, guys? We're so freaking close. All right. Let's try again. Oh, guys, I just landed asleep. We're back, by the way. I'm only 2 runs later, so it's not like it took me 150 tries and it's the next day. But we landed a big sleep there. We have our heal ready to go off cooldown. It's not a huge heal, but hopefully it's enough to withstand another shot or two. So here we go. We landed that sleep at the last second, too. It was beautiful. Turn meter was like we had no other. We had to do it right there, right? But all we need to do is land one more sleep, and I feel like we've got the Sand Devil here. But it's a coin flip every time. It's a 50-50 with that A1, right? I'm just gonna bash right into this dude. Yeah. All right, land this sleep. Come on, Djamarsa. Okay. Well, we might have him anyway. Come on, give me one more bash. One more bash. Come on, Gnut. Say it with me. One more bash. Oh, it's the center Gnut. It's the little Gnut that could. Here he goes. Boom, boom, boom. Dude, I've never been more happy in my life. In Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah, buddy. 4 Gnuts in Djamarsa was the cheat code. Djamarsa. You were the hack. All right, I forgot what level we're on, guys. Are we stage 8 now? I think. Let's go over to frickin' Fire Knight's castle. What do you say? Oh, shoot. Sorry. Was ordering some DoorDash, not a sponsor, by the way. Okay, we're here at the Fire Knight. Here we go. So we went with the ally attack, and I had all of my Gnuts open up with their A1 abilities. So the whole idea here is we need to concentrate first and foremost on controlling the Fire Knight. And that means the freeze off of the A1 of my Gnuts. So far, so good. Uh-oh, but we going with a bash. We going, okay. I don't know. Can Mikage get back to the ally attack in time? I don't think so. I was kind of hopeful that we could get through Fire Knight Hard 10 with this team, and maybe we could with the right strategy, but we need to get that shield. We need to have it on auto, be able to get that shield down and be able to hold it down with A1s and wait until that turn meter is low enough to go in with our bashes. Either way, Fire Knight's Hard 10 is hard, even for 4 Gnuts. But I have, guys, the video's not over yet. Don't worry, the video's not going to end like this. We have a bonus round! Are you ready for the bonus round? Here we go. Curse City, hard. Soul Cross, the hardest part of Curse City. On hard setting, it's the hardest of the hard content in the whole game. And the hardest boss of the hardest content is the stage Soul Cross 15. We have the Fire Knight and we have the Frost Spider. I have to run my man Cupidus because I have no other burner available. And golly, I'm not going to be here for 10 hours. Well, forever, for the rest of eternity. It's like Sisyphus here with the Frost Spider. I'm not going to be that. So anyway, let's take care of the Frost Spider first. And then we'll burn him. Man, looking at this Curse City, it's a shame. I've been trying to be like more positive here generally on the channel because I feel like if I'm negative every day about this game, and I was kind of verging on that for a while, then like who wants to watch somebody who's negative every day, even if I believe what I'm saying or whatever. So now I feel like when I do speak out about something in the game that's upsetting me or I don't feel right about or that I hear you guys upset about, it's more impactful versus doing it every day like the boy who cried wolf. Anyway, I say all that to say a negative thing. It's like what could have been with Curse City, huh? I look at these 2 boring double bosses, you know? I don't know. At the very least, maybe this is an unpopular idea. Maybe I would regret this once I say it. But maybe you add in the new bosses, right? Maybe you add in the new bosses to spice things up a little bit, you know? I don't know. The Grim Forest bosses, that is. All right, I guess I jumped the gun with that burn because we're going to have to do exactly what I just exactly what I said I didn't want to do. We're going to have to kill that frost spider again. Oh, gosh. We're just going to call it an L. If we lose, we're not going to do it again, and we're not going to pull a Sand Devil again on you guys. But it is kind of fun to actually theory craft a little bit. I'm actually pretty happy that I thought about Djamarsa of all characters. So for me, that was a highlight of the video, but we're going to fail this stage, unfortunately. Just too much freeze. We could mitigate it. We could get through it with the right gear and stuff, but it was just a fun bonus round anyway. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Hopefully you enjoyed this. We've done series like this before with Teodors. I think we did 5 Teodors. We did a series with 5 Mountain Kings and maybe 1 or 2 others as well. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching all the way till the end of the video. Much love, and as always, take care.